Hey fellow equestrians! Today I am going to be sharing my first show horror story. Now if you're thinking ghosts and goblins and stuff, that's not what happened. It's just a show that was bumpy start, kind of bumpy all the way through. So without further ado, let me get on to the story. So as most of y'all may know, Charlotte is really green. And that means she hasn't been to a lot of shows. And I took her to her first one. She went to 2 shows before that, and they were super small schooling shows, and she did completely fine with all of those. And then it was time to move to our bigger show. It was at an equestrian center where they host all the A shows, but it was a very large schooling show. Greater Houston area, so a lot of people come, and it's really busy. So she went from a home stable show to the big equestrian center show. So we took her there to get her more experience, and I was getting more experience too, that I was showing the same amount Charlotte was showing. So her first show was my first show, and so on. It was a 3-day horse show, and it was schooling show and then another show, just 2 different show days, they're not combined. Friday we schooled, and she did fine, really good. She only refused once, but that was because there was a lot of people in the corner of the arena, so I kind of had to swerve, and then whenever I went to the jump, she was just not prepared, and that was completely fine. I did not think that was a behavior issue at all. I totally blew it off. We thought we were going to do really good. Saturday was going to come, and it was going to be a breeze, but that's not what happened, of course. We got there Saturday, and she was a little bit hyper, so when we went to warm her up, she was not used to the warm-up ring at all. And our warm-up ring was really weird. It's a small arena, and half of it is inside, and then half of it's outdoors. It's like a constant shadow change. In the arena, there's these columns. Huge cement columns that have bright yellow padding around them. And then there were stalls in the inside part next to us, and then another ring on both sides of us. One of them was showing, so a lot of people were coming through there. And then on the other side, people walked by with tractors and dogs, and there were some trailers there, and it was kind of a really chaotic area. When Charlotte saw this, she immediately just sucked back and was like, no, I'm not going in there. We worked her and got her in there, and it just went terribly. When we tried to start working, she freaked out. And not just a little freak out. She was full on crow hopping, bolting, stopping. It was terrible. She would suck back so hard, and I would have to keep her going. But then whenever I kept her going, she would crow hop like crazy, just really speedy little thing. So whenever we were trying to trot, she would go boom. It was not going well. So with all these ponies that were in there, they saw me, and they still got near me. Why? I don't know. One time, a pony, Charlotte was crossing at a trot, and a girl just straight on came cantering right in front of us, and I pulled back Charlotte. Whenever I pulled back Charlotte, she started backing up a lot, and she got too much energy from backing up. She did a mini little rear thing, and it wasn't a real, rear or whatever, but the point is that you gotta stay away from the pony. So then we were just like, this is not good. I couldn't do anything with her. People were jumping, trying to cross me head on, and I was like, why, I was so confused. The common sense these people have in the warm-up ring is beyond me. They don't have any. So we looked outside, and there were 2 other warm-up rings, and they were really big, all open, all outside, small fences, nothing was really chaotic in there. It only had 2 ponies, so we went outside. Someone had to walk her in hand. She just would not get out of the arena, even though she was terrified of the ring. She wouldn't get out. And if the chance that she did spook on the path, there was no gate to hold her in. That was my first experience that a horse just completely freaked out. So the chance that someone didn't walk her and she ran with me, that would have been bad. We went into the outdoor rings, and everything was fine. She calmed down so much more. The stuff in the small ring was just really stressing her out, and it was terrible for her and me. I was trying to keep myself calm, but also my muscles and stuff were tense, so It was an all bad situation. Then it was time to show. Now, whenever we go and show, someone had to walk me around like a racehorse because Charlotte would not stand still. So I had to learn my course while we're walking far away from the ring because she wouldn't be able to handle the ring. So I had to like look and be like, yeah, okay, that jump, that purple one, I couldn't see the jumps, okay? I learned it as best as I could. We went in there and things went wrong again. I got her to the first jump, she refused. I went her back around, she went over it like a crazy person, just running around the course like crazy. Super, super fast, taking long spots, taking chips in, it was terrible. And then we get to this one line. Now, this one line gave us problems the whole entire show. The whole entire show. This line was the death of me. This line was the one that got me DQ'd for the first time. This line made us go crazy because Charlotte would refuse it every single time. It was very, very hard and annoying. It was a white flower box, nothing unique about it. They all had flowers in them. All of them had flowers. But for some reason, she thought these white ones were the scariest thing in the world and she could not do it. So when we went to it the first time, she wiggled, 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 and she kind of chipped in because she was wiggling so hard and just flew over it. And then she refused to the second one of the line. And we went back around, did it, and yada yada, it was fine.
Good.
Circle.
Come on, Charlotte.
Got it, pony.
Yes.
Then we go on for our second round, try again, and she doesn't even get 3 feet off the rail of the corner, and she just goes like straight past the jump. Took her back around, and she was terrible, terrible. We went to it again, and she refused again, which got me DQ'd for my first time ever. The announcer was like, "Thank you," in the ring, and I didn't know what that meant because I never got DQ'd before, ever. I only had 2 shows before this. The feeling that was DQ'd, and so I was just trotting, like looking at my trainer. I was like, do I stop? Do I stop? You know? And my trainer was like, no, no, because we needed to get her over that jump, okay? She was not going to go over that jump. We had to let her know that that's not okay to just refuse and you get a break. I went to it again, kind of unprepared, which made her refuse again. The announcer again was like, thank you, in the ring. Unfortunately, thank you.
That corner, Justine.
And thank you in the ring.
No. No.
Stop.
Outside ring.
Thank you in the ring.
All right.
I came out and we talked about it, all the things that I needed to do. Then it was our medal round with all the rollbacks and the stops and the backups. Had the straight towards the fence, no courtesy circles. So we went in and the jump was like right here. Here's the gate. So I tried to get her to go just straight in, just straight cantering because that's what you're supposed to do. But she wouldn't do that. So she kind of like backed off, like squirmed, you know. And so they were like, circle, circle, circle. So I circled and we got a little bit further, but she didn't do it. And so we were still at the courtesy circle area, circled again, and we got up to it, but then she ran out, of course.
Circle, 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 circle. Relax your inside ring. Move the whip over. Move your whip, Justine.
In the ring for their run at the pony medals, number 958.
Kick, 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 kick. Whip. One stop. There she goes.
At this point, I would have been DQ'd, but my dad heard the judge call to the announcer, has it been 2 refusals yet? And the announcer was like, yes. So the judge, luckily, thank goodness, she was on my side, and she was like, give her another one. You know, because obviously I wasn't going to win any classes or anything like that, which was crazy. So we get over it, and she does fine. She does the halt, the backup, and then we start cantering again. So we go down the line, and then it's time to do the white jump again. And I shortened my outside rein. I shortened it so, I thought it was so tight. It was probably only to like the braids at that time. My short reins now are like below the braids because I know Charlotte now. So I shortened it really short, and I just pulled her, and I whipped her, and she was squirming, and we get to the jump, and she doesn't refuse. She freaking leaps over that thing, leaps over it, and it was the greatest moment of my life. The crowd just went crazy. They were like, yes, oh my gosh. People that didn't even know me, they were watching me, they were like, yes. I was so happy. I think even the judge was like, yes. So we got over it, and then Charlotte was about to refuse the second one of the line, and I was like, no, this is not happening. So I get it, and go over, and we finish our course, and it was fine.
Get her, you got her.
Yes! We did the flat class, and she didn't do very good because she was hyper, and just her head was like a giraffe, and it was terrible. I'm pretty sure there were 6 ponies, and I got 2 6, 1 5, and 1 3, I believe, and then all the other ones I just DQ'd out of. So finally we were done with that day. It was the longest day ever, and Sunday went, and she did kind of fine. She was wiggly to that one jump, but I don't think she had too many refusals. Definitely not like Saturday. So that was my first big show horror story. Thank you for watching. Join me next time. Bye! Goodbye.
Come on, little baby pony, jump. Get it.
Make it happen.
Now drive! Oh my God, why?
And thank you in the room.
Come out.
Thank you.
Come out.
Right rein.
So tonight we losing this fight. Oh, so tonight is no one.